Drinking buddies, we got to figure out if this Elijah Craig barrel proof B524 is worth it. Let's go.
I'm your drinking buddy.
All right, so I was reading that it is aged for 11 years, 2 months. It's 130.6 proof. We're going to be comparing it to Elijah Craig barrel proof A124, 10 years, 9 months, 100. Oh yeah, I forgot. I broke the cork while I was pulling it off. 119 proof. And this release I actually really enjoyed despite its low proof and fairly low age. But hey, I don't know how it's going to compare to something with a little bit more age and a little bit more proof on it, which we got to figure out what the best Elijah Craig barrel proof of the year is. So here we go. We can cancel, or we can we can narrow it down to one of these, and then we'll put that one up against the C924 later when that comes out, which we are in almost September, so hopefully soon. Oh, yeah, I love that Elijah Craig nose. Like, it's just so Elijah Craig to me, and it's brown sugar and it's vanilla. It's cherry and peanuts, but in just such a way that when I get it, I feel like I know it's Elijah Craig. I feel like it's just very signature Elijah Craig, if that makes sense. You know, I'm just a fan of these in general. I think like a weak Elijah Craig barrel proof is still really, really solid. So a weak one, I still think is probably nearly a buy, especially if you haven't bought one in a while. Similar to Booker's for me, I'm gonna buy one every year, and I hope that I can try to buy the best one. It doesn't always happen, but for Booker's, for example, they run out a little faster than these guys. So if I say like the second release of the year, but I want to compare it to the third release of the year, the second release of the year is already going to be gone by the time I can really figure out if I like the third release of the year. But these sit on shelves a little longer, at least here in Arizona, so you have a little bit more time to figure out which one do I want. But that is really good. I do dig that. That's sorry, I don't know if I gave any notes. It's peanuts, it's cinnamon, it's caramel, it's vanilla, a lot of classic bourbon things. Nice, subtle oak presence, not a lot of oak, but it's there. Gotta be honest, much better nose on too. It's all the things I mentioned on one, but there's a really nice sweet tea thing going on here. Like I want to drink this like next to a steak. Just like on a in a glass of ice with a straw sticking out of it. I don't know. I'm not doing a very good job of describing this, but it's really just taking me to a very specific place, and that is one where I want to sip sweet tea. Or just unsweet tea. I don't know. Should have said barbecue. Barbecue and sweet tea go really well together. But yeah, that tastes like sweet tea, that tastes like caramel, that tastes like it's got brown sugar, cinnamon, a little peanut, but not too much. Very subtle. I get more peanut off of Larceny and the Bernheim than I do off of these. Subtle cherry, nice oak presence. But yeah, just sweet tea for days for me. I gotta go back to this one because right now I don't even think it's close. I think the second one is much better. There's like a sour oak thing on the finish now that I'm getting over here where, you know, sometimes you don't notice those like harsh edges on a whiskey until you taste it next to something that's better. And whatever's in this glass is just straight up better. Let's see. The B524 was the one that I thought wasn't quite as good as the A124. This is interesting because I got more oak over here, this is slightly younger. I felt like I got more proof over here, which this is slightly lower proof. So maybe that's one of the complaints, because this was not, I don't think, a very popular batch. But some people said that they didn't like it. Maybe it drank hot for them because, you know, it's sitting next to a glass that's 130 proof and it's drinking hotter. But I'm just really liking the flavors more. I mean, it's a sweet tea bomb. The peanut's very subtle. There's nice cherry and there's nice oak presence. I would say, drinking buddies, that if there's any chance you can still find A124, you should, because it's a good batch. What do you think of this? Am I crazy? Is nothing compared to C923 and all other ECBPs are garbage? Because I don't feel that way. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. Anyway, drinking buddies, I really appreciate all of you. Every time you guys like the videos, every time you guys subscribe to the channel, you make this thing possible. Channel memberships available, monthly giveaway. Let's see what else we got going. Your name in the credits of every episode. Discord exclusive for members that has got the best community of people sharing tips of where to find good bottles. People in the community have recently gotten, you know, crazy things like E.H. Taylor single barrels, Weller full proofs, Elmer T. Lee's. Yeah, lots of stuff flowing around over there. Anyway, drinking buddies, really appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Cheers.
I'm your drinking buddy.